to happen? Because you guys were in first out for a little, kind of sleepy there for a little bit and sloppy.
I don't know. I'm not sure what needed to happen, but I know we took that quarter over, and it's pretty spectacular.
Steve said he kind of had talked to you on arguing, and he seemed to think you were mad that you were walking away when you got the technical. Is that maybe kind of what set you off that the team was called today?
Yeah, I mean, I was walking away and I got the tech, but even when I was right there, all I said was how. So, I don't know, you pick when I'm supposed to get the tech. If it's for saying how, or if it's for walking away. I don't know.
Looked like you and Kerr kind of got.
Did we?
What happened there? Did you black out?
We got into a shower match. I don't even remember him saying anything to me.
Okay.
Oh, he said, I know. It was, I know. Talking like color. But yeah, that's about it.
Did you agree with, at the time, to come out of the game either?
Nah, I had 4 fouls. With like 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And it ain't really about agreeing at that point, coming out.
Draymond, have you ever been a part of a 50-point ceremony?
I think I have. I've been playing with this team for 5 years now, so I'm sure we've had 50 at some point.
1989.
Dang, I mean, ooh. But no, I've never seen a 50-point quarter. It was spectacular. I watched most of it from the side, so I had a good view. It's pretty crazy. Steph and KD. KD got it going, and then Steph picked right up, and it's pretty spectacular. It was good to watch. You watched it too. It was great, right? Oh man, it was amazing. I had fun watching it. It was cool.
After all the officials, you came back into the game and the crowd like just roared. Did you catch that? And just did you sense that they were reacting to your return to the game? And what do you think of that?
Oh yeah, I did hear that. I felt good about myself. It's pretty dope to feel the love. So I definitely heard it. I think I started smiling.
You did.
Can you just take my injury? You're arguing about the foul, and then you turn around and Durant.
I wasn't arguing though. I said how.
Oh, whatever
How
happened.
many arguments you got into your life and you said how? That's your question.
Oh,
A couple. And all your response was how, and there was an argument.
you never know with girls sometimes.
All right, I agree with you. But if you just say how, that means you're getting argued at. You're not arguing if you say how. You're not doing much arguing saying how.
So take me through your emotions when that happens, then you get over to the bench and turn around and run away, and it looked like it then turned into a kind of celebratory.
Absolutely, it was great to see how our guys responded. KD, if I'm not mistaken, I think he hit 3 threes. So that was pretty amazing to see how guys responded. Then we got to take for celebrating. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. Fun night though. I think we were down 11 at halftime, 13, something like that. And then 12, and then ended up the third quarter up 13. That's pretty spectacular. So it was a fun night. I had fun. It was good to be back out there on the floor after the All-Star break, getting back with you guys, and to get off to a start like that. Coming out the break, I thought we got off to a great start to start the game, and then after that, our second group, we let the ball go, and they took over the game. To bounce back like we did that third quarter, and how get a win like this was great to start off with. Stretch run.
Draymond, do you think games will help you guys for the playoffs?
All games help for the playoffs if you approach them the right way. You go in with the mindset of getting better. Each and every time you step on the floor, like we met earlier before practice about some of the things we wanted to home in on and get better at, and you try to focus on those things and try to make those improvements, knowing that what the big picture is, knowing what those improvements are about, and obviously that is to try to win a championship. But we know those improvements that we spoke of got to happen in order to do that.
Draymond, these feel kind of emotional and intense, but you've won 10 games in a row now against that team.
Is that a rivalry?
I mean, I think when you look at where everything has started with the growth of this organization, with the growth of this team, it kind of started with them, you know, where games with them would get heated and, you know, they were beating up on us quite a bit. They were ahead of us, you know, starting off my rookie year, a little bit of my second year, they were ahead of us. And then all of a sudden, you know, you started to see us coming along, and they knew, you know, that's why there were arguments, that's why there were texts flying, that's why, you know, elbows and scuffles. There was a reason that stuff was happening, because they knew we were coming. And just, you know, when I think of a rivalry, I look at like one of the biggest rivalries I've ever been a part of, Michigan and Michigan State. Our football team beat them, I think, 9 out of 10 times.
Last word for Lonnie.
So, you know, I think when I look at that game, I still approach it the same way I did 2 years ago.
When people look at the team that's going and so forth, but what do you see defensively that kind of played a part in that?
Well, the defense picked up a lot, and you know, they weren't feeling us at all. And then all of a sudden, we started to get stops. They couldn't get a bucket, and then that's where the offense come from. You know, we always like to use our defense to spark our offense, and we did that there in the first quarter and third quarter, and that's what changed the game for us again in the third quarter. Was really getting stops, guys flying around, getting deflections, getting the rebound, and getting off to the races. So, you know, it has to start on the defensive end. And like you said, obviously when it's a 50-point quarter, the defense will always float under the radar. But it all started there.
Great. Thanks, Draymond.
Thank you.
This is a little toy, bro. I gotta tell you why this dope. If I give you this toy, you won't put it down. It's pretty addictive.
Take your word for it.
Actually, I'm getting some shit for the team. I'm about to walk around like
You
this.
can't wait.